What if I told you there's a fruit sitting in your kitchen right now that could be slowly draining your testosterone, clogging your blood vessels, and quietly stealing away the energy and intimacy you deserve after 60? Sounds unbelievable, right? Men have been told this fruit is healthy, even heart-friendly, for decades. But when I started digging into the science and working with men like you, I discovered that what seems harmless can sometimes become the thing holding you back. My name is Grace Miller, and for over 20 years, I've dedicated my work to helping men over 50 and 60 reclaim their strength, confidence, and vitality without relying on pills or quick fixes. I've seen lives change dramatically once men learn which foods quietly sabotage their hormones and which ones reignite their drive and energy. Here's the surprising truth: not all fruits are safe for aging men. Some actually increase estrogen, spike blood sugar, and weaken nitric oxide, the very molecule that keeps your circulation and performance alive. But on the other hand, 4 powerful natural fruits can protect your testosterone, boost your stamina, and bring back vitality. So, in this video, I'll reveal the 4 fruits you must avoid after 60, and the 4 you should eat daily to feel younger, stronger, and more confident again. Before we dive in, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. And tell me in the comments, do you want more energy and confidence? Type yes if you do. Most of us grow up believing that every fruit is a blessing for our health, but as men age, the truth becomes more complicated. Certain fruits may raise estrogen levels, spike insulin, and reduce nitric oxide, the compound supporting firm circulation and lasting vitality. That's why unthinkingly eating healthy fruits can quietly work against you. The good news is, once you know which ones to avoid and which to embrace, your body can respond quickly. Let's start with the first surprising culprit: grapes, a fruit many men eat daily without thinking twice. At first glance, grapes seem like one of the healthiest fruits you could choose. They're small, juicy, loaded with antioxidants, and often promoted as a snack for heart health. But for men over 60, the reality isn't so sweet. The danger isn't just the fruit itself, it's what comes with it. Grapes are one of the most heavily sprayed crops in modern farming. Unless certified organic, they carry residues of pesticides, many of which act as xenoestrogens, synthetic chemicals that mimic estrogen inside your body. That matters because testosterone naturally declines with age. Even small amounts of these estrogen-like compounds can tip the balance further against you. They compete with your natural testosterone, weakening its effects. Over time, this imbalance can show up as lower libido, stubborn belly fat, prostate swelling, fatigue, and yes, softer, weaker erections. I once worked with Martin, a 67-year-old retired teacher who thought grapes were helping his blood pressure. He ate 2 generous handfuls daily, believing he was making a wise choice. But Martin also felt constantly drained and noticed his mornings weren't the same. The change was dramatic once we removed non-organic grapes from his diet and replaced them with low-estrogen fruits like blueberries and kiwi. Within weeks, he felt more energetic, his sleep improved, and his confidence began to return. And it's not just personal stories. The research backs this up. Studies have linked pesticide residues to impaired hormone function and reduced sperm quality in aging men. And if you think grape juice is a safer choice, think again. It's essentially a concentrated sugar and pesticide bomb that spikes your insulin and sabotages circulation. Are grapes completely off limits? Not necessarily, but if you're over 60 and still want to enjoy them, ensure they're organic and eat them sparingly. Otherwise, what looks like a harmless snack could quietly undermine your masculinity and energy daily. So, if grapes can be a hidden hormone hazard, what about those colorful little fruit cups so many men eat with breakfast? The truth will surprise you. They look innocent enough. Small cups of soft, colorful fruit that fit neatly beside your morning medications. For many men over 60, canned fruit cocktails have become a convenient breakfast or snack. They seem safe, even healthy. But beneath that sweetness is a trap that can quietly drain your energy, weaken your blood vessels, and sabotage your testosterone. The problem isn't just the fruit itself, it's what it sits in. Most canned fruit is soaked in heavy syrup, concentrated juice, or high fructose corn syrup. These are sugar bombs in disguise. When eaten, especially first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, they cause a rapid spike in insulin. And when insulin shoots up, nitric oxide, the very molecule your body depends on for healthy circulation and strong erections, plummets. That's not all. High fructose corn syrup is linked to fatty liver disease, higher estrogen production, and lower testosterone levels. In other words, those colorful cups may rob you of your energy and manhood from the inside out. I remember George, a 70-year-old retired accountant, who thought fruit cups were helping him make better choices. For over a decade, he opened one every morning with his blood pressure medication, but he complained of brain fog, constant fatigue, and no drive in the bedroom. When he replaced those syrup-soaked fruits with fresh, low-sugar options like kiwi and pomegranate, the difference was night and day. His mind cleared, his energy came back, and slowly, his intimacy returned. Even the light syrup or no-sugar-added versions can be misleading. The fruit inside has often sat in cans for months, stripped of its fiber, bleached, and preserved with chemicals. It may look colorful, but its natural nutrients are long gone. So, if you're in the habit of starting your morning with canned fruit, it may be time to break free. Because while these little cups seem harmless, they're often the very thing keeping you stuck in low energy and poor performance. And if you think this is not good, just wait until you hear about a fresh fruit that almost every man eats daily, yet it may quietly drain your drive: bananas. If there's one fruit almost every man over 60 keeps in his kitchen, it's bananas. They're cheap, easy to peel, soft to chew, and often praised as a perfect snack. Many doctors even recommend them for potassium and heart health. But here's the part no one tells you. Bananas can sometimes backfire for older men, draining energy and dulling vitality when you need it most. The issue isn't that bananas have no nutrients, they do. The real problem is how your body reacts to their sugar and chemistry as you age. Ripe bananas, the sweet yellow ones most men prefer, are loaded with simple sugars that hit your bloodstream fast. This sharp rise in blood sugar triggers an equally sharp insulin spike. And when insulin rises, testosterone tends to fall. Over time, these repeated swings can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain around the belly, and sluggish metabolism. Each directly chips away at your ability to maintain strong circulation and performance. But there's another hidden effect. Bananas are rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that boosts serotonin. While serotonin is essential for mood balance, too much at the wrong time can leave you feeling emotionally flat or overly relaxed. Several men I've worked with described feeling groggy or unmotivated after a banana-heavy breakfast. Robert, a 68-year-old taxi driver, told me he ate 2 bananas every morning before his shift. Instead of giving him energy, he felt sluggish and noticed his excitement in the bedroom was fading. Once he swapped bananas for lower sugar fruits like blueberries and kiwi, his mornings felt sharper and his drive began to return. This doesn't mean every man must banish bananas forever. Some can enjoy them in moderation without issues. But if you're noticing softer mornings, less motivation, or emotional flatness, it's worth reconsidering how often you reach for that bunch on the counter. Because sometimes, the very fruit you thought was fueling you may be quietly slowing you down. And if bananas can do that, wait until you learn about dried fruits, the so-called healthy snacks that pack more sugar than soda and rob your testosterone while you sleep. On the surface, dried fruits like raisins, dates, and apricots seem wise choices. They're small, portable, and often marketed as a natural alternative to candy. Many men over 60 reach for a handful in the evening, thinking they're making a healthier decision. But here's the hidden truth. Dried fruits are some of the most deceptive foods you can eat at this stage of life. Why? Because they are highly concentrated sources of sugar. When fruit is dried, the water is removed, but the sugar remains, condensed into a smaller volume. A single cup of raisins, for example, can contain more sugar than an entire can of soda. And unlike fresh fruit, dried fruits are stripped of much of its fiber, meaning the sugar hits your bloodstream faster. The result? A rapid spike in insulin, followed by a dip in testosterone and energy. But the issues don't stop there. Commercially packaged dried fruits are often coated in oils to keep them from sticking together and preserved with sulfites to maintain color. These additives can interfere with zinc absorption, a vital mineral for testosterone production and sperm health. Without enough zinc, your hormonal balance and performance both take a hit. I recall working with Anthony, a 74-year-old retired carpenter. He often snacked on dates before bed, convinced they were a wholesome way to satisfy his sweet tooth. What he didn't realize was that his blood sugar remained elevated throughout the night, disrupting his deep sleep and preventing testosterone recovery. When he cut out the dried fruits and replaced them with fresh berries, his sleep improved dramatically, and within weeks, he reported more energy and stronger mornings. The lesson is simple. Dried fruit may look like a harmless snack, but it's often a silent saboteur for aging men. If you're craving something sweet, you're far better off with low-sugar fresh fruits that stabilize hormones rather than disrupt them. Now that we've covered the 4 fruits that quietly drain your energy and testosterone, let's flip the script. Because there are fruits that can do the exact opposite, restoring blood flow, awakening your vitality, and helping you feel years younger. If there's one fruit I could recommend almost universally to men over 60, it would be the pomegranate. This ruby red fruit isn't just delicious, it's a powerhouse for circulation, hormone balance, and energy. In fact, pomegranate has been called nature's artery cleanser, and for good reason. Pomegranates are loaded with compounds known as punicalagens, a type of antioxidant far more potent than what you'll find in most fruits. These compounds reduce oxidative stress, protect blood vessels, and improve the flexibility of your arteries. Why does that matter? Because healthy blood flow is the foundation of male vitality. Without it, energy wanes, confidence fades, and performance in the bedroom suffers, but the benefits go deeper. Pomegranate has been shown to boost nitric oxide production, the very molecule that relaxes blood vessels and allows rich blood to circulate freely. One clinical study even found that men who drank pomegranate juice daily reported improvements in erectile function and a measurable rise in testosterone levels within weeks. Take Peter, a 66-year-old retired engineer I once worked with. Years of stress and poor circulation had left him feeling exhausted and discouraged. We made a few simple diet changes, including adding half a cup of pomegranate seeds to his daily routine. Within a month, he felt more energized, his mornings were firmer, and his confidence returned in ways he hadn't experienced in years. The beauty of the pomegranate is its versatility. You can enjoy the seeds directly, sprinkle them on a salad, or blend them into a smoothie. If you prefer juice, ensure it's 100% pure with no added sugars. Even a small glass daily can make a significant difference. Few fruits offer the same combination of circulation support, hormone protection, and antioxidant power for men looking to reignite their vitality. And if pomegranate is the king of blood flow, the next fruit might surprise you. It's small, green, and often overlooked, yet it works quietly to protect testosterone while calming the stress hormone that steals your drive. Kiwi may not grab your attention like bananas or apples, But this small, fuzzy fruit is one of the most underrated treasures for men over 60. Hidden inside its bright green flesh is a nutritional profile directly supporting testosterone, circulation, and emotional well-being. One of the kiwi's most significant advantages is its exceptionally high vitamin C content, often higher than that of oranges. Why is that so important? Vitamin C protects the Leydig cells in your testes, the cells responsible for producing testosterone from oxidative stress. When those cells stay strong, so does your hormonal output. That means better energy, stronger drive, and improved recovery. But kiwi goes beyond hormone protection. It contains a natural enzyme called actinidin, which helps break down proteins and improve nutrient absorption. As men age, digestion tends to slow, and even a healthy diet doesn't always translate into effective nutrient uptake. Kiwi helps bridge that gap, ensuring critical minerals like zinc and magnesium actually make it into your bloodstream, where they can fuel your vitality. There's also the stress connection. Kiwi has been shown to reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone that competes with testosterone. In one Japanese study, men who ate 2 kiwis daily reported better sleep, lower blood pressure, and improved mood within weeks. Less stress, better rest, and stronger testosterone. A formula every man can benefit from. I think of Frank, a 71-year-old retired banker who constantly felt drained despite eating healthy. Once he added kiwi into his morning routine, 2 fruits, skin and all, he noticed better digestion, deeper sleep, and an emotional lightness he hadn't felt in years. The improvement in his confidence and intimacy soon followed. Here's a tip: don't peel your kiwi. The skin is edible, packed with extra fiber and antioxidants. Just wash it well, slice it, and enjoy the full power of the fruit. Kiwi may be small, but its impact on testosterone and well-being is massive. And if kiwi helps lower the stress that holds you back, the following fruit works in the opposite direction, energizing your body. It activates the exact molecule responsible for a strong, lasting erection. Watermelon is often seen as a refreshing summer treat, but for men over 60, it's far more than that. This vibrant fruit is one of the most potent natural tools to restore blood flow, strengthen circulation, and support lasting performance, without the risks of pills or chemicals. The secret lies in a compound called L-citrulline, found in high amounts in watermelon. Once inside your body, L-citrulline converts into L-arginine, an amino acid that fuels nitric oxide production. And nitric oxide is the key to male vitality. It relaxes your blood vessels, allowing rich blood flow to reach where you need it most. Without enough nitric oxide, energy dwindles and firmness fades. Unlike synthetic medications that force the process and may stress your heart, watermelon works gently with your body. It hydrates, nourishes, and restores circulation naturally. Many clients in their late 60s and 70s have noticed firmer mornings, better stamina, and even renewed energy throughout the day simply by making fresh watermelon part of their diet. Take Henry, a 69-year-old gardener. He struggled with fatigue and low drive for years. Instead of turning to pills, we had him eat a generous bowl of watermelon slices every morning, rind included. Within a month, he reported stronger energy during work, more stamina in intimacy, and a sense of vitality he thought was long gone. For best results, stick to fresh slices or homemade juice. Store-bought watermelon juice often comes loaded with sugar. If you're blending it yourself, don't throw away the white rind. It contains the highest concentration of L-citrulline. Some men even mix watermelon juice with lemon or ginger for an extra boost. This fruit doesn't just give you a temporary lift, it builds long-term vascular health. And when your blood vessels are strong, your confidence follows. If watermelon is nature's Viagra, the next fruit is entirely different. Tiny, dark, and bursting with power, it shields your hormones and sharpens your mind while protecting your masculinity from silent damage. Blueberries may be small, but for men over 60, they pack one of the most potent punches in the fruit aisle. Often overlooked as a sweet snack, these little blue gems are a shield for your hormones, circulation, and even your memory. The magic lies in compounds called anthocyanins, natural antioxidants that give blueberries their deep color. These compounds neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress. Over time, oxidative stress damages the cells that produce testosterone, weakens blood vessels, and dulls nerve sensitivity. Blueberries act like a cleanup crew, removing the damage and protecting your body from silent decline. This protection shows up in real, noticeable ways: stronger erections, better recovery after activity, sharper mental clarity, and even improved mood. Several studies have found that men who regularly consume blueberries have better insulin sensitivity, improved memory, and lower inflammation. That combination keeps you physically responsive and mentally sharp, a vital edge as you age. I think of Samuel, a 73-year-old musician who came to me frustrated with brain fog and fading intimacy. He added half a cup of fresh blueberries to his breakfast every morning. Within weeks, he noticed more explicit focus during rehearsals and a surprising return of drive and stamina in the bedroom. His wife even joked that the blue notes in his diet gave him new energy on stage and off. Blueberries are also low in sugar and high in fiber, making them perfect for men who need to manage blood sugar while protecting hormones. Toss them into Greek yogurt, blend them in a smoothie, or eat them by the handful. It doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. These tiny fruits may look ordinary, but they work silently to guard your testosterone, strengthen your circulation, and protect your memory. For men over 60, that's not just a snack, it's a lifeline. Now that you've discovered the 4 fruits that heal and the 4 that harm, it's time to bring everything together and understand how small, daily choices can completely transform your energy, confidence, and manhood. So let's bring this all together. The fruits you choose after 60 can either work for you or against you. Grapes, canned fruit cocktails, bananas, and dried fruits may look harmless, but they quietly raise estrogen, spike insulin, and drain the testosterone that fuels your energy and confidence. On the other hand, pomegranate, kiwi, watermelon, and blueberries act like powerful allies, restoring blood flow, protecting your hormones, and bringing back the spark you thought was gone. The best part is you don't need perfection. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just begin with one slight shift. Maybe trade a banana for a kiwi, or swap dried fruits for a handful of fresh blueberries. Each choice adds up, and your body will respond faster than you think. I've seen men who believed their best years were behind them discover new energy, sharper focus, and renewed intimacy simply by choosing the right foods consistently. Your body remembers how to thrive. It just needs the proper support. Now it's your turn. Which of these fruits will you start with today? Comment below, hit subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs it. One decision at a time, your comeback starts now.